Parker Lee was born and raised in Charlotte, North Carolina on May 28, 1999. He was always passionate about music from a young age, but struggled in school due to severe anxiety and ADHD. However, Parker believes his lack of focus was due to a disinterest in the material being taught. He often found himself thinking about his music, coming up with lyrics and melodies in his head, and thinking more about what activities he was going to do when he got home. Influenced by country artist Toby Keith and the rock band Kiss, Parker spent hours in his room in front of a TV, learning to imitate his favorite rockers' moves and putting on concerts in his mother's garage. Parker built a stage out of his grandfather's plastic pallets and made his light racks out of wood he found for his lights and smoke machines. He took a piece of tarp and made himself a banner. He formed and joined various bands, playing in small bars and anywhere else he could from the time he was 12 years old until he was 23. Parker befriended a man named Bayou Butch, who lived down the street from his father. Butch had played bass for music artist Al Green and is the grandfather of the Jonas Brothers. He often invited Parker and his friend to come over and play guitar on his porch, and they enjoyed watching music videos. Parker even recorded a blues track with Butch inside his home studio. Butch later introduced Parker to his friend Ken Knox from the legendary chairman of the board, labeled as the kings of soul and beach music, known for their hits Give Me Just a Little More Time and Carolina Girls. Ken let Parker and his friend open up a few shows for them when they played around the Charlotte area. Parker said, "Butch and Ken are great guys with a heart of gold and always shared knowledge of music and the industry. To me, I miss hanging out with them, although we all still keep in touch. They will forever be my friends." Butch once told me at his house, "It's up to you whether or not you go anywhere in music, and if you don't, you can't blame anyone but yourself." And I always remembered that. Life on the road was tough, often involving sleeping on hotel floors or sharing a bed with a band member due to budget constraints. Traveling in a van during the summer with no AC and in the winter with no heat. Later, he moved to the Florida Keys, living in his van on Key Largo with his dog Destroyer in pursuit of a music career. He recalls sleeping in gas station parking lots, rest areas, and a bar parking lot, and almost getting robbed in the Homestead, Florida Walmart parking lot just below Miami. He signed his first record deal after recording an album, but shortly after, he had the opportunity to sing for one of the biggest and most influential Southern rock bands of all time, Molly Hatchet, which had formed in the 1970s and has one of the most iconic and recognizable album covers and songs ever. This opportunity was particularly significant to Parker, as he recalled his father having two of the band's CDs in his truck when he was in elementary school, the Greatest Hits album and the first album from the band. This was a dream come true for Parker, as he idolized bands like these. Parker remembered the time a teacher asked him what he wanted to be when he grew up. Of course, he replied with, "I'm gonna be a rock star." The teacher said, "Pick something more realistic." But we all know Parker got the last laugh out of that one. Dreams come true. It wasn't an easy road for him, but he is living proof of someone who pulled through and got to where he wanted to be in his career. Thank you for watching. Always dream big, never give up. This is the story of Parker Lee.